So let's see what we want to do here. Kind of chopping down here. And this can happen pretty often when we have red folder news coming out, is just seeing us chop for a little bit. Sometimes we won't really see the market move too much when we have news coming out in a few minutes or, within the next 15, 20, 30 minutes. We'll see a lot of chop. So the 5-minute closed, but it did not create that breaker. It did displace our previous lows, but no breaker was formed. So I still don't want to get an entry when we're chopping like this right now. Especially because we haven't even been able to close below VWAP yet. The VIX is very bullish right now. It looks like we are trying to break to the downside. We had our Judas swing up. We grabbed buy side liquidity. It does look like we want to start breaking to the downside. We still are in that hourly bullish imbalance though, or order block. Yeah, exactly. If it would have closed below with the body, that would have been a breaker if it would have closed below that low, but it never did. It only wicked below and it closed back up here. So I need to see the body of that candle close below that previous low, show displacement for that breaker to be valid. So it's moving. It is moving and it's reacting. But to me, it's not valid until we can get a close, if this 5-minute close below. Because without the close, we don't have that confirmation yet. I wouldn't have that confirmation yet, at least that it's a breaker. Yes, exactly. Now, yesterday you saw me be more aggressive on that long when we had a bullish breaker forming. You didn't even see me wait for that breaker to form because I had a lot of conviction in that long, so I didn't even wait. I was more aggressive. But in this area with the time that we're at with news coming out soon, you're not really going to see me be as aggressive and try to short this just yet. We do have a 1-minute OB we keep reacting off of, but we are right above VWAP. So I still don't really love jumping in the shorts from here yet. I do see these shorts potentially coming in, but we have news coming out in 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes. So I think I'd probably rather wait for that news to come out, wait for the market to pick the direction, get that continuation down, and get some pullback for me to find a nice entry. Because right now we're still too choppy. And I'm not going to get in a position right before news unless it is the perfect setup. Where would I mark off the breaker? Yeah, so it would be from this. It could be this little swing high here to this swing low would probably be what we'd be looking at here. And I would just mark the lowest down close candle on that swing low, which would be this one down here. So if we close below this low, that would become the breaker. So it's basically your bullish order block being inverse, turning into a bearish order block. That's what it is. Right, so it would be that level right here, the lowest down close candle. And then what you would do is use your fib from the low to the high here, and you'd be looking at this fib for some TP levels. We have these equal lows here, and so that would be one TP level there. London low, Asia low would be the ultimate TP levels. Right, but we have news coming out very soon. Looks like we are going to create that breaker though on the 5-minute. We are starting to get that a little more bearish momentum here. We are getting a nice reaction off that equilibrium of the 1-minute bearish order block, but still not enough for me to want to hop in a trade, not with looking at this price action here. Doesn't really make me want to jump into a trade yet. So I'll just be a little bit patient. And we have a lot of SMT divergence right now between ES and NQ. ES has not even come down to that low yet, while NQ is sweeping that low. But now we do have that breaker. We now have that breaker because the body of this 5-minute closed below. So we're slowly moving down. Right, we are bearish. But what I don't like is just looking at this 1-minute time frame. We're reading order flow right now, and the order flow is getting better. We are using these bearish order blocks as resistance, right? We had that one. And then we formed this one here. Right? So every time we've traded into one of these 1-minute order blocks, we are using them. We see us reacting off of them and continuing to move down. Right, so we are moving. Would that be an inverse fair value gap on the 5-minute? Let's look. Yes, right here would be an inverse fair value gap. Right, if you chart it out, you can see we traded back into it, tapped right into it, and dropped off of it. So that is an inverse because we closed below, traded back into it, rejected it. All right, so the shorts are still coming in. Shorts are still coming in. News comes out in just about 3 minutes. Let's see if we want to take out that first level of liquidity with those equal lows. Still a ton of SMT divergence right now. ES still has not taken out this low. So a lot of SMT with news coming out. I'd rather wait for an entry right now. All right, so we still keep dropping. So just reading basic, just normal order flow, right? I would only be looking short right now because of these bearish order blocks that we continue to create, we continue to trade into, and we continue to bounce off them. And guys, if my Wi-Fi is bugging out a little bit, it's because I am in a new spot and I'm gonna have to figure out a new Wi-Fi ASAP. So I'm gonna be buying new Wi-Fi very soon. Some very good Wi-Fi. So just let me know if it is bugging out on me, and if you're not able to hear me or anything, just give me a heads up. Okay, so we are about to close on the hourly. Still respecting this bullish order block on the hourly time frame. 15-minute doesn't want to create that breaker. I would want to see the 15-minute close below this low for a nice breaker. But yeah, so news is coming out in 20 seconds, guys. I will not be in any positions. I'm going to let the news come out. I'm going to let it pick the direction, give us a good setup. We'll see if it offers us something good. All right, so it's being released right now. You're going to see a little bit of volatility. Looks like both of our news reports came out green. Both of our news reports came out green. Or positive with good numbers. We're still using that 1 minute OB as resistance here. We still are bouncing off that level. And we've created another equal low down here. We still haven't swept these lows. Let's see if we want to sweep these lows. And we still have the SMT. So I would like to see us sweep these lows and start to reverse. Just because we have this SMT. If ES does come down and sweep those lows, I wouldn't really be looking for the longs as much here. Right now, I do want to see if we're going to sweep liquidity and start to reverse, or if we're just going to keep getting that continuation of the downside. Because right now, our order flow is telling us still very, very bearish. Very, very bearish. Now we can see that volatility really stepping in. Yes. We are trading in Q. So we just took out London low. Yep, took out London low there. So far away from Asia low. And we did close below with a strong displacement of our opening range candle. So right now everything is still short. Yeah, exactly. We just look at ES just to compare, right? Because they are correlating markets, so we want to see how they're moving together and when they're not moving together. Good morning, Omar. No trades yet. Just had some news come out. We've been waiting for a setup. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few setups on the 1 minute with these 1 minute bearish order blocks. But I haven't taken anything. Yeah, we made $1 bajillion. Where you been? We are into silver bullet hour now. 1 minute bearish fair value gap formed here. Still SMT with NQ taking out London low and ES not taking out that low. So London low has been swept. So right now, just got to keep assuming the shorts want to step in and keep falling here. All right, until proven otherwise. Until we do something like inversing a 1 minute fair value gap, starting to form a reversal pattern. So let's see if we want to form a little swing high here or swing low here. Now we're really reacting off of that 1 minute fair value gap there. We are reacting off that So one of the things that's just keeping me from jumping into the shorts right now, just yet, is just that SMT divergence we see between the two, especially after sweeping a very key liquidity level like London low on NQ, and then seeing ES failing to do that, and seeing us start to stall after we swept that liquidity is keeping me from jumping in again just yet, just right now. We did tap into an hourly bullish fair value gap down below. So now I want to see if we're going to start trying to inverse this fair value gap, or if we're going to trade up into that order block up here and react off of it. Right, that bearish order block right there. So let's see if we can reject off this level here, or if we're going to try to inverse this 1 minute. If we start to inverse it, that's when I would be looking long. That's when I would really start looking for longs. To take us back up to buy side liquidity. Okay, so we did just inverse that 1 minute. We're trading into that bearish order block. But after seeing this divergence, seeing us sweep a key low, seeing us start to really get some bullish momentum, doesn't make me love the shorts as much right now. So we're trading back up to VWAP. We didn't displace London low. Looks like these longs are trying to take control. So we just got to see how we're going to react off this 1 minute order block here. Or if we're going to create a bullish fair value gap that we can look for an entry off of. Right? If we're going to continue to inverse these bearish levels, now we need to see a bullish fair value gap or something that we can actually get an entry off of during silver bullet hour. So I do really want to see these longs step in. Looks like they do want to start stepping in here. Let's see if we can break structure to the upside. If we can sweep this high and we can close above it, start to break structure, I would really be looking for a long position. We do got to look for this 5 minute bearish breaker though. See if this bearish breaker is going to act as resistance. Okay, so no displacement yet. Still respecting the bearish order block. I do think these longs are trying to step in here. So let's see if we're going to get a reaction off this 1 minute fair value gap or any 1 minute levels to the upside. So I don't really want to long yet since we haven't broken that structure. I don't really like longing since we haven't broken structure yet, but I do like that we inversed our previous 1 minute fair value gap. We're starting to head up. We do have a little bit of SMT at the highs here as well, though. But being right below VWAP, not breaking structure, I'm not going to jump into the longs just yet. I'd really need to see us close above. Let's see how this 1 minute candle will close. If we're going to close above, create a bullish order block, create a break of structure, that's when I would be looking long. If we're going to continue to respect this level and bounce off this order block, we could see these shorts really continue. So 5 minute closed. All right, so 5 minute close still below VWAP here, obviously. So I just want to be patient. I just want to be very patient right now. We did not get that breaker structure to the upside. So because of that, I'm not really looking long as much as I wanted to see. I wanted to see if these longs were going to break structure, come back and retest. Okay. Came down, completely displaced that 1 minute bullish order block. Or bullish fair value gap, excuse me. Got this liquidity level down here. And then those next targets of liquidity on the sell side are here at 19,113.25, and then it's Asia low at 1976. So I still don't really like any setups I'm seeing right now. That's why you don't see me taking any entries. Okay, 1 minute bearish for value gap here. Can we start to reject that 1 minute? Let's see if we can really start to reject that 1 minute. I'm going to test the shorts out real quick, guys, with just half a lot. I'm just going to test them out. Just going to put my stop just above that wick at like 50 ticks at 19,216. I'll test them, see if we get that drop right now. All right, silver bullet hour trading above that 1 minute possible order block into a fair value gap, starting to reject off that fair value gap. Now, preferably, I'd keep my stop above the fair value gap up here, but I'm not going to put that big of a stop. So I'd want to see this one come down. You know, you could look to take a 1-to-1. You know, about 50 ticks if you wanted. We're almost at 50 ticks already. We could keep holding, see if we can inverse that 1 minute bullish fair value gap. So that's the one thing I don't like there, guys, is that we are failing to inverse that 1 minute fair value gap, and we're failing to create that bearish order block here on the 1 minute. So I might have to cut this one early here. Yeah, let's cut that one. We just could not displace that low, creating a bearish order block there. We couldn't displace that low, and we cannot inverse that 1 minute fair value gap. That's really what I wanted to see happen there. So since we could not do that, just don't want to stay in that trade. Don't want to stay in that trade. Looks like the shorts might be done here. Let's see. I really like that we're still below VWAP. I like that ES is still trading below VWAP. And then we started to disrespect some bullish levels. We got some SMT at the highs. We created a 1 minute bearish fair value gap. ES was also bouncing off a 5 minute bearish OB. But don't really like that wick on the 5 minute there. All right, so tested out the shorts. Didn't get what we wanted to see. So now we move on. Look for a new setup. Let me see if we can break structure back to the upside if we're going to continue to respect this bearish order block here on the 1 minute. Yeah, that long wick down on the hourly right now. Seeing us keep failing, we're failing to keep moving lower. I don't love that. But the VIX is still really pumping. We still have that SMT. But now we displaced that 1 minute fair value gap there. And so now I'll just be patient and wait for the next setup. Let's see what NQ wants to do here. Does NQ want to break structure to the upside? Let's see if we can just close above that 1 minute order block. Now we're trading into it this other 1 minute and then this other 1 minute. So we displaced this one. We haven't gotten that break of structure yet. More SMT divergence at the highs. Yeah, still kind of ranging here. Just tapped into a 15-minute bearish fair value gap there. All right, so we keep seeing this SMT divergence at the highs, at the lows. And we're just really bouncing between multiple levels here. All right, we're still in this hourly bullish order block. We trade down in an hourly bullish fair value gap. Then we go down to the 15-minute. And we create this bearish fair value gap and we reject it super hard there. And then we get the SMT. Now it looks like the shorts want to step back in. So it's just a lot of ranging. So I'll be more patient just because of this range. We're not really seeing any expansion yet. But we just want to see a very strong move in one direction. If we can just get a nice strong move down with some momentum, creating some 1 minute levels that we can look to short off of. So to me, these shorts look like they still want to step in here. Let's see if they want to come back and retest the level. So it was a strong rejection off that 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Let's see if we want to come up and test this. The top of this level, nice 1-minute order block. Strong displacement candle. I just want to see us get out of this range. I just want to see us get out of this range right here. No breakout moves yet. Okay, 1-minute bearish fair value gap order block here as well. Another good entry opportunity that I like. Let's see if we can reject this level again. Just don't want to get caught up in this chop. I'm liking these shorts again, but I just don't want to get caught up in the chop here. I think these shorts are going to start stepping in here. There's a nice entry level off this fair value gap above this order block. Or we can wait and see if we actually do come down and displace this, creating a bearish order block, and then test that order block to get a short position. Just to wait for extra confirmation, just because of this volatile and ranging price action. Don't really want to look for too aggressive of an entry here. Don't want to get chopped up. All right, so let's see if we want to close below this 1 minute, create a bearish order block on the 1 minute right here. Could be a good level for us to short off of there. So we are seeing the shorts really step in from that fair value gap. But I just wanted to wait for a little bit of extra confirmation on that one. Just because of the previous short we tried to take. Right, we also had a really good setup. And we just didn't see that fall through. We saw a little bit. We wanted to come up and grab liquidity. We're also creating a bearish breaker here on the 1 minute. High, low, higher, high displacement of the lows. So it's this lowest down close candle. Lines up almost perfectly with this order block. Right here. This bearish breaker here. Let's see if we can trade up into this level before we come down and sweep the lows. Give us a good short opportunity. We might run away here. I don't know if we're going to come back and give us that level to get an entry off of at this point. Now that we're already down near that liquidity level, looks like we might want to go take it out before retracing. Nice 10 corrected. Okay, let's see. Can we reject this level? Bounce off that fair value gap there. Need to see a rejection off this 1 minute. So we're just pushing right through. I need to see a rejection. Very volatile still. If I can see a rejection here, I will look for a short. All right, I'll look for a short here. I'm just going to go half a lot again, just for now. Again, just still trying to test out these shorts. We still haven't been shown enough personally to get into a full position just yet. 19,205.75 is where I'll put my stop. Now we just need to see it start to drop from here. If the momentum doesn't step in like very soon, then I'll probably just get out. I need to see that momentum start to step in. Need to see the shorts start to come in here. Come down to that low. So this low down here would be a first TP for me. Again, I didn't add into a full yet. You can see we're still very volatile. That's why I haven't added into a full position just yet. So what I'll do here with half a position is if we do break that low, I'll just move my stop to break even, make it a risk-free trade, and then see if there'll be a good opportunity to add into a full position or just to keep riding my half a lot. Okay, there we go. We're moving. Let's see if we can create another 1 minute bearish order block here. We want it. We've swept this low. We've got more SMT here. But I want to see us really start to push down. You can take a first TP at this low if you'd like. I mean, we're well above a 1-to-1. You just hit 88 ticks. You do not have to keep holding. I might have to cut this one if we're going to come back and try and stop us out. See, this is what I mean just by this volatility, guys. We're all over the place. So volatile here. And so rangy. We're not breaking through. So I don't even want to let this one become a loss. I'm just going to cut it there so it's not. So I won't take a loss, guys. I don't like this. We could still easily reject off this breaker. I just don't like this volatility we're seeing. I don't want to take a loss on that trade after already hitting 88 ticks. So I just cut it at break even there. Just cut it at break even. Did anybody take a TP on that down at this low? I'm just not liking this chop in this range. We're ranging too much. We're too volatile here. Like, I still see us dropping from this point. I just really don't like this range in this chop. All right, so even if this one does fall and say it does go take out that TP, I'm not going to get FOMO because, I'm reading this price action and I just don't like the price action. We're seeing so much SMT divergence here. We come down to that liquidity level, we bounce, we chop like crazy. We're very volatile. So I don't like keeping my position in there to go get stopped out. Even if I do think these shorts are still going to, eventually step back in, what I don't want to see is for it to come stop me out right there and then get that drop. I'd want to wait, and see if I could get a better re-entry. But we still are bouncing off that 1 minute bearish breaker, so I still do see these shorts stepping in. We're almost to that TP level I was talking about. Just can't seem to break through that. Can't seem to break through that level. It's almost there. So there's that TP level I was talking about. If anybody still is holding this short, that was that TP level I really liked. So obviously looking back, I could have held this trade and been fine. But what I didn't want to do was hold it and get stopped on that one after seeing this chop. Just wasn't too clean of price action, so I just wanted to cut it. But if you did hold, there's that TP. And then that next TP would be this low down here at 19,113.25. And then it would be down at 1976 at Asia low. See if we continue to displace here. So that liquidity is taken. Now we have another 1 minute bearish order block here. Yeah, so these shorts are still stepping in. Let's see if we get a rejection off this 1 minute bearish order block here. 2 minute bearish order block. It's a nice rejection there. So I think these shorts are going to keep going. What I don't want to do is get an entry down here and chase those shorts. Good morning. So I've tried out 2 trades. Tried out a short up here, got stopped with half a lot. And then we tried out this one. I ended up cutting my trade at break even, but some people were able to hold, did hold, and it has hit over 100 ticks from that entry. Probably about 120, 130 ticks there. So who's still holding these shorts right now? Is there anybody still holding? Would anybody hold through and not sell and take profit? Took full TP, nice. Took profit. Honest money, you're down on that trade. How are you down on that trade, honest money? Did you cut it too late when it was in the red? Okay. All right. So a little bit of a mix here. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just a little bit in the red right now. Just from that first trade, not much. These shorts look like they still really want to fall. I think they're really going to drop. See if we want to create another bearish order block here on the 1 minute. All right, let's create that bearish order block here and let's trade back into it. Try to catch it down to our next TP levels, next liquidity levels. Let's see if we can come back. Let's see if we can come back for us. Like I said, I expected these shorts to really step in at some point. So that full TP, ultimately, if we can get another entry, would be down at Asia low, which we're still over 400 ticks away from. So right now it doesn't look like we want to pull back and give us really any entry opportunity. It looks like we want to just keep running. Any re-entry opportunity. This one looks like it just wants to keep falling here. Down to that liquidity. Right, so hindsight 2020. Looking back at it, yeah, it would have been better to just hold my trade all the way through, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to cut my loss or cut it at break even. But hindsight is always 2020 there. But for anybody that is still holding, yeah, I mean, not to give anybody FOMO, don't give FOMO, but that trade from our entries hit over 240 ticks, right? So it was a great setup. It was there. The setup was there. So I'm not saying that to give FOMO. I'm not getting FOMO. It was a good setup. So for anybody still holding, that next TP is almost here. And we are not pulling back. Right. And it seems like there's nobody that is still in right now, though. Is there nobody still holding? Okay, there we go, Bahama Llama. Hey, all right, we got some people holding. All right, well, we just hit that next liquidity level here. We're hitting it. And so from that entry, that is over 300 ticks. So, I mean, that entry was at the perfect time. It was right at the breakout. Right, so yeah, I could have held it and caught this. But it is what it is. I made my decision. I decided to cut my loss, or I keep saying loss. I decided to cut my trade at break even. It is what it is. Now I move on. I look for the next setup. I'm not gonna sit here and sulk about, oh, I could have made this much money if I stayed in the trade. No, when you make your decision, you gotta go with it. You can't live in the past. Just move on. So we are almost down to Asia low. We've hit that next key level of liquidity. Or I guess that's actually yesterday's low. So yeah, it's important. Yesterday's low is an important level to look at, but it's not really liquidity as much as Asia low is really that ultimate target. But we could see a reaction off yesterday's low. So yeah, I mean, the shorts keep going. They didn't want to tap into that 1 minute bearish order block here. I really wanted to see us tap into that level to get that entry. So let's see if we're going to trade up into a fair value gap. See how much retracement we want to get here. Getting some strong pullback at this level. Well, we do have a bullish breaker down here. Low, high, lower, low, displacement of the highs. So technically we do have a 5 minute bullish breaker. And we also have a 15-minute order block. All right, so good level to take TP. All right, like I said, at yesterday's low. Very strong pullback there. Let's see if we have a 5-minute. I need 5-minute levels. Now we've got barely a small 5-minute bearish fair value gap there. There we go, Bahama Llama. So I mean, until Asia low, we still got a lot of room. Still want to see us come down to that level. But seeing us bounce off that breaker on the 5-minute, off that 15-minute order block makes me want to be, makes me a little more cautious to just jump in. Especially down here in the discount. So again, right now, just sitting at a very small loss with half a lot. And I'm sure a lot of you or some of you are well into profit now after that trade. It was a great setup. And the entry was pretty much perfect there. Let's see if these shorts want to keep stepping in or if we're going to get some more retracement. Look at this 1-minute bullish fair value gap, see if we're reacting off of it or not. So we've got a bearish fair value gap on the 1 through the 4-minute time frame that we're rejecting off of. Would like to see these shorts start stepping back in. I do want to get a short entry. I don't want to get a short entry too low. Especially with this 5-minute breaker. I want to make sure that entry is very good here. Being at the bottom of the range. It needs to be very solid. But it does look like these shorts want to try and step back in or continue. So just waiting for us to create a level here. I don't want to chase the shorts down here. Very small 1-minute we could be forming. Nope, now we're not forming that. No more 1-minute fair value gap forming. We're still respecting that bullish fair value gap, and we're still bouncing off that bullish breaker on the 5-minute right now. So I'm just going to stay patient here. I'm not in a rush right now. Let's see if we want to start to break structure back to the upside. Well, it's not valid. It's not valid until we can break structure. We are still in a strong bearish trend right now. And we still have not broken structure back to the upside, so I wouldn't be looking for the reversal just yet. Plus, everything still tells me short. The only thing that doesn't is this 5-minute bullish breaker that's been holding us up, but I expect us to try and push through that. So we are stalling. We're kind of chopping down here. All right, so let's see if we want to break structure and take out that high. Looks like we do. Now we could use our fib for our New York AM sesh right there. Equilibrium is right about at VWAP. So we inverse that 1 minute. We're going to try and break structure. We still haven't broken structure yet. Let's see if we want to get that break of structure here. Right here. Still didn't close above. We did create a 1 minute fair value gap. 1 minute bullish fair value gap right here. We didn't trade into it. But we are trying to break structure right now. Okay, we just tapped into that 5 minute bearish fair value gap. Can we create a bearish or a bullish order block here? Nope, not yet. Not yet. Failing to break structure still. Not creating that order block. But we are making lower or higher lows, higher highs. So the only time I would be looking for the longs here is if we broke structure. We didn't do that. We rejected off that 5 minute bearish imbalance super aggressively there. And we have not broken structure, so don't really love the longs. Not until we can break structure. Displace the 1 minute bullish fair value gap there. Yeah, we're just not seeing anything strong right now. Right now, this is just chop after coming down to that daily low after hitting a bullish breaker. Just a lot of chop. One minute bearish order block here. So I really need to see an A+ setup, really solid setup for me to take an entry. I'm not going to force any entries just because I'm a little bit in the red. There's no reason to be doing that. 1 minute fair value gap here, 1 minute bearish order block here. See if we start to reject those levels. Or if we're going to push right through them. What's up, Shosky? Nice. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That airline food. They got food, that's for sure. All right, so, I mean, we keep making higher lows, but this is not a strong trend to the upside whatsoever. We're not closing above our previous swing highs. So I do not like any trades right now with this price action. Just chop here. So I'd rather wait, be patient, wait for us to get out of this chop, not force any trades, don't overtrade. Don't take entries just because you want to trade or because you're trying to guess the next breakout. Just be patient. And if the market shows itself, if it shows something for us, then we'll look to take it. If it doesn't, we'll stay out. We're going to come back down and break structure here. All right, so we did get a good reaction off that 1 minute bearish order block. Looks like we're going to come down and try to close below. Very full body candle here. Very strong candle, a lot of momentum, a lot of volume. Another 1 minute order block here. Back into that bullish breaker on the 5 minute. So just in this area, this is not the ideal level to begin an entry at in this chop down here. Ideally, you wait for that breakout or you wait for the reversal and then you wait for pullback or retracement. Sometimes by doing that, you miss out on the move because it just really keeps going and never pulls back. But there's going to be certain times I'm more aggressive, like yesterday, and certain times I'm going to be a little bit more patient, like right now. Okay, we do have another fair value gap. An order block here. Good combo. Let's see what happens when we trade into this fair value gap, into this order block. We can reject this level here. Would need to see very good rejection because of this range. So, I mean, if we're going to continue to see this price action, I'm good with just sitting on the sideline and waiting for price action to get a little bit better for another breakout. We just wait for another breakout, wait for a reversal, and then we look to take an entry. What we don't want to do is get rid of all of our capital, lose all of our capital, lose our leverage in this chop in this range, and then we are not able to take the A+ setup later on in the day. Yep, the hourly is about to close. Let's see if the hourly wants to inverse this bullish fair value gap here. We also have one down here, a bullish order block. So we have a lot of support down here. But that liquidity is what I'm focused on, that Asia low. Alright, so displace the 1 minute bearish order block or fair value gap there. So this is just ugly price action right here. Great drop, great price action all the way down. And then, so right now, right here, not very good. So we still have about 3 minutes to the hourly closes. About 3 minutes. So I'll just keep waiting. I personally am in no rush, guys. Yes, like we've taken two. One loss with half a lot, and then one break even. So got stopped, or I cut it at break even here, and then we saw the drop. Both short positions, both short in the market. This one, a lot of people caught this one right here for 200, 300 ticks, depending on how long they held it for. So right ideas. But right now we are not currently in a trade. We are waiting for this price action to get better. Yeah, that bullish breaker on the 5 minutes holding strong. Yeah, I mean, we're keeping our risk very minimal right now. Very minimal. Low risk so far today. Okay, we're trying to break now. At the very end of the hour, we're trying to break the lows. So now it's starting to break at the very end of the hour. It looks like we are going to inverse both of those hourly bullish for value gaps here. We've got about 15 seconds left on this hourly candle. All right, so the hourly inverse both of these bullish hourly fair value gaps. Looks like these shorts really want to keep going. Really want to see it start to break now. I want to test out these shorts. I did get filled low on that. I got filled low. Way too low on that one. I just got in half a lot in the shorts, so I did get filled very low. So I wanted to get filled more up here. But I do want to see these shorts start to break out here. Down to Asia low. Let's see. We might get a little manipulation up first. Let's see. I'm going to put my stop up at 19.115 for now. 19.115. I want to see these shorts really start to break out here at the new hourly candle. Come down to Asia low. All right, so that's already 60 ticks there. It's already 60 ticks above a 1-to-1. If you guys want to take a TP, I'm just going to move my stop to break even here, make it a risk-free trade again. All right, that's what I'm talking about there. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm just going to sell one here. All right, so I just sold one. That's a quick win right there. I'm going to move my stop into profit just a little bit. So a quick win, just took out Asia low. That's 144 ticks, and we keep dropping. Let's see if we can make it to that next liquidity level down there. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's see if this one will keep falling. That's 174 ticks there. Let's see if we can make it to that next low. All right, we keep falling. We keep falling. I still another trade where I didn't even have time to add into a full there. I just only had time to add into a half a lot. I didn't want to add into a full yet. There we go. We keep falling. I'm going to trail my stop super close now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep my stop up. I'm not going to trail it because I want to see if there's a chance to add into a full. But we did just touch into that hourly busy down here. We're almost at that liquidity level. This is a great full TP here, guys. I mean, that's 242 ticks there. 242 ticks. So now I'm going to trail my stop down. I'm going to trail my stop all the way down to 1962. 1962 and see if this one wants to keep falling. I'll keep holding on to it, but that's a key liquidity level. And now we're in an hourly bullish imbalance. Oh man, we keep dropping, so I'll just keep trailing my stop here. I'm only in one con. This happened to me yesterday too. I couldn't add into a full, so I added it to two cons, sold one. Now I'm just holding on to one. Just holding on to one here. Let's see if we can keep falling. We are in that hourly busy now. We did take out that key liquidity level, that swing low, external low. But I'll keep trailing my stop here and just see how far this one wants to fall. So pretty nice short here, guys. Pretty nice short. Over 300 ticks. That's 320 something ticks there. I mean, this one could really just keep falling. I'm going to trail my stop down again. I'm trailing my stop all the way to 1935.75. All right, I'll just keep trailing it. See how many ticks we can catch. So yeah, we waited a while for that one, and now we're well into the profit. I mean, I might get stopped out here. Let's see if it wants to stop me, or if this one wants to keep falling. If this one keeps falling, awesome. That next liquidity level is all the way down here, at least for external. Internal liquidity, let's look at the 5-minute. Down here, we've got some liquidity. And really, it's not until here. So, I mean, we caught that one at a perfect time. You know, I cut my other one early. And now we've made up for it. So, this one keeps falling. So, I'll just keep trailing my stop. Obviously, I only have one con in. 365 ticks of hit from our entry. Let's see, we're almost at that next liquidity level. 420 something ticks, 421 ticks. And then the next liquidity level is all the way down to 639 ticks. So we'll see how far this one was to keep dropping. I'll just keep trailing my stop lower and lower. All right, I'm moving it down again, all the way down to 18.50. I mean, look at that, guys. That's 432 ticks, 434. Another great TP level there. So 430 ticks on this one. The other one hit, you know, over 200 ticks, 300, actually over 300 ticks for anybody that held that one. So I'd say we're doing pretty good. So I've got my stop now at 18.50, so it's trailed pretty close, just above our previous candle wick, the high of the wick. So we just took out another internal liquidity level there, sell side. Now let's see if we're going to target another external low, which is all the way down at 18.94.150. I'll just keep trailing my stop lower and lower. I'll trail my stop down again, down to 19.0525. 19.0525. So I'm just letting this one contract run, really. Just seeing how much I can catch out of it. That's 480, 490, almost 500 ticks here. We're about to hit 5. All right, so we just hit 500 ticks. That level down here is over 600. It's like 640 ticks. So I've got my stop trailed right now at 19.0525. You know, I'm surprised I haven't gotten stopped out already. I've been trailing my stop very close. It's just a normal day over here at Eternal Exchange. You know, 500 ticks, it is what it is. It's, you know, it's pretty cool, I guess. I'm just kidding, guys. It's okay to celebrate those wins. So I've got my stop trailed very, very close. So that one hit about 502 ticks there from our entry. That other trade we had was over 300 ticks if I would have held it, if I would have stayed in it. All right, looks like I'm going to get stopped here. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to cut it there. I just got out there. All right. Let's go. There we go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. I'll take my profit. Obviously, I wish I could have gotten more on that one because, you know, I only added into half, and most of that trade for me was only one con. This one will definitely keep falling. For sure, it'll keep falling down to probably down to at least down to 18.941, probably further. So okay, I'll talk about why I got in. All right, so once we started to break out, of this chop, and then on the hourly, I saw us barely wick up, and then we started to drop aggressively. Once I started to see us drop very aggressively, I was willing to give it a shot with just being very aggressive on that drop. So I just wanted to get in with half a lot. I didn't even have time to be able to add into a full there because we just started to drop right after we got an entry. But it was an aggressive entry on that one, just waiting for the hourly to open, to wick up a little bit after displacing this low. And just seeing that aggressive move, I wanted to get in on the aggressive move. And everything was telling me bearish, bearish, bearish. I knew we were going to go down to the Asia low. But then we got some extra reward by coming all the way down to here. So yeah, I mean, if I was in a full position, I could be, you know, up a lot. Oh well, that is what it is. I don't care. I caught that trade. That's all I care about. We were able to get into the green, and now we're well into the green. So that's all I care about. Dude, yeah, the new spot's awesome, man. The new spot is awesome. Um, Super nice. I'm loving my office. I'm almost set up. I just got to put some stuff on the walls. Here, actually, let's see if I can show you here. I'm gonna try to share my. Let me see if I can share my camera here with you guys. Let's see if you guys can see me. There we go. All right, so the new office. We've got it going here. I've still got a lot to work on in here, but the space is super nice. I'm loving it. I actually went and picked up a new desk. So I was building a new desk, and then I had to, connect my PC, put my monitors, do all that kind of stuff. So it took a while. Oh man, you guys are too kind. But yeah. So the only reason I don't trade with the camera on is because I can only record one thing at a time. So I like to record all of my trades. You guys know I like to post on social media. But I am going to be setting up a better streaming setup with the camera and everything. Yeah, I'm just really shy. Super shy. But yeah, so this is the office. I've got a little bit set up. I got my bookshelf, a little bit of artwork that I need to put up. I got my piano, my guitars. Yeah, I mean it's coming together, guys. It's coming together, but haven't really been able to do too much exploring yet, just because of all of the moving and all the setting up and everything. So it's been a little bit all over the place. But hopefully today I'll go do some exploring and get to go check out some of that nature. I got to go to the lake for a little bit yesterday after we were pretty much done with all of our setup. Went to the lake just for a little bit, hopped on the paddleboard. That was nice. Just got to relax for a second, which felt good. Yeah, I do want to head down to Bryce Canyon at some point. There's a lot of places. I want to go up to Yellowstone. Ton of places I want to visit. Ton of places. But yeah, guys, this is the new spot. Dude, yeah, if I have a 15K day, you'll see me destroy this whole office. This whole office will be coming down. Yeah, exactly. You're going to Yellowstone Thursday? Nice. Yeah, I've never been, so I definitely want to go. Definitely want to go at some point. Now that I'm a lot closer. Let's see if I can get my pup. Hey, come here. Come here. My dog's asleep, but he's laying down right here. Come here. Let's see if we can get him on the camera for you guys. Come on. Come here. Get up. Come on. Come on. All right, so this is Gooey. This is my pup. He's a little shy. He's a little bit shy. He just woke up from a nap, so he's a little bit tired. You want to come up? Come on. He doesn't want to listen to me right now. Come on. Come here. Get up. Yeah, he doesn't want to get up. I just woke him up from his really hard sleep. Now he's pissed off. It's okay. It's all right. You guys will see him. That's Gooey. That's my golden. Oh, thank you. Yep. Go Padres for any baseball fans. At what point are you going to increase the number of contracts you use? It'll probably be pretty soon, actually. For me, it's just like once I hit a certain level, every certain level I get to in profit, I'm just kind of starting to increase that sizing. So it'll be pretty soon. Call him NASDAQ. Come here, NASDAQ. That'd be a good name. Come here, NQ. Hey, look at that. Is that a little sombrero? I can't even tell. Or is that a basket? Come here, generational debt. One more trade to complete this. Just got it last Wednesday. Hey, there we go. We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Sausage dog. He's a dog. Bandit. I think Bandit's a sick name. Hey, there we go. Kia Trades. Congratulations on being a certified funded trader. That's a big step. Very happy for you. Very happy for you. Man, show some love to Kia Trades. That's amazing. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Yeah, guys. So, I mean, all right. On the day for me, you guys know I don't really like to talk about the money as much because I don't think we need to really focus on the money. But just to give you guys an idea, I am up just above 2,000 on the day. Right, so it might not sound like a lot after catching 500 ticks, but for most of that trade was only in one con, right? So I don't really care about the money. All I care about is that we're in the green. We caught a really nice trade. We stayed very patient. We stayed extremely patient. We took 3 trades overall, right? I typically like to take 2 to 3 trades. 1 loss, 1 break even, 1 win. And that's what risk management's all about, because with a loss, with a break even, with a win, we're well into profit, right? We're very far into profit. So, yeah, no, and I'm not trying to say that 2K is not good. 2K is very good, right? It's very good, no matter what. But the only thing I was saying is that, yes, if I was in a full position, right, it probably would have been more like 4 to 5K, you know, so, which I'm not upset about. It's not like I'm going to have FOMO about that. I'm very content. I'm very content with my profits, very content with our trading today already, very content with our trading week so far. Yesterday, very good day. Today, pretty much over 800 ticks were called out. If I would have held on to this trade up here, right, that one hit 300 ticks down to the bottom. And this one hit 500 ticks down to the bottom. Just like 504 ticks there. So, yeah, I would say just a fantastic day for us. So I'm not going to take any more trades for now. If there's something that I really, really like and I'm on the charts, I'll let you know if I want to take anything. But for now, I'm done, right? What we'll do is we'll come back and we'll do education. We'll do education. I'm still trying to get used to this Mountain Standard Time, guys. So it is 9:18 for me. So we typically do our education on the schedule. We do our education at 9:30 Pacific time. So we'll stick with that. We'll do our education at 9:30 Pacific. So we'll be back. Actually, are you guys down to do 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time? You guys down to hop on for education like 40 minutes? Yeah, we're still going to do prop firm. Okay, so we'll hop on in about 40 minutes. I'll send a notification just to give you guys that update too. Do you think there's more fuel for downside? Just wondering. Yeah, I still think there's more shorts in this market. I still think so, because we still have a lot of sell side, especially if this next hourly candle displaces. I still think we're going to keep going. We might see some retracement around this London reversal time, right, up to an equilibrium, up to a premium. We could see that. Well, I don't really know yet. It does feel good getting to wake up later, but I haven't been getting much sleep, so I can't really tell you yet. I'll let you know once I'm getting good night's sleep. And then prop firm is 3 p.m. Eastern. No, we do prop firm at technically 1:45 Eastern, 1:45 p.m. Eastern. It's at 10:45 Pacific, 11:45 Mountain Standard Time. Prop firm. Oh, what time? Okay. Yep. Oh, we'll miss you, Doc. We'll miss you, Doc Holiday. Have a good shift at work, though. Stay safe today. Enjoy yourself. Is there anything specific you can recommend in terms of how to do taxes for trading? Get a CPA. That's what I would recommend. Talk to a CPA. They will help you a lot. You can go and open an LLC. There's plenty of things. If you're doing all prop firms, it's all just 1099 contracting. So you're going to be taxed technically less than your capital gains tax, but it's still a decent amount. But I would talk to a CPA. I'm no professional when it comes to taxes. So there's a few different ways you can go about it. No, definitely not on everything. Definitely not. That would, you'd lose a lot of money by doing that. If you're paying short-term capital gains tax on all the profits you make, I mean, you're losing a lot. So, yeah, no, it's for me. I like to keep a lot in for the long term. Okay, guys, so I'm going to hop off here. We're going to come back. I'm going to go eat some food real quick. We'll come back in about 40 minutes. We'll do education, and then we'll end the day with our prop firm session, a little bit more trading. All right, but great day today. Great trading today. Good patience. Way to end the day green. Felt very, very comfortable in the market. We waited for our setup, and we executed. That's all you can do. That's all we can ask for, right? So I'll see you guys soon. Until then, take it easy. God bless. And peace out.